that number off center?
I don't know, but I've been rewatching all of our old episodes because they're live now on a bunch of them are. They're just coming out daily. You can get your fix.
The intro? This new intro sucks. There we go. Now you can say what it is.
Welcome to the CouncilCast. This is episode 288, being recorded on February 27th, 2024. The council is now in session, and as with every week, we will make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, random shit.
Random shit!
With little background and absolutely no expertise. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever. Welcome to the windiest version of the CouncilCast. Thank you.
Wow, that was
Thank
really
you
good
very
timing. Nice job.
Well, something that. Wow.
That was unexpected.
I didn't know you had that in the background.
That's what she said. This is the button. Give me the button. You're bad at it.
That's what she said.
There you go. See? You're getting better.
Well, something that did tip over in the moon lander. If you guys remember, we talked about a moon lander from last week, and the latest version, the latest update is that the Odysseus lander, which did in fact on the moon last Thursday, turns out that it landed on its side.
There was no verb in that sentence.
I know you keep cutting out. It's pretty great.
This is gonna be one of those episodes.
Luckily, the
that's
recording
awesome.
is going to be much better. So
It's nobody when we complain about it.
it'll
if it
come out in a
records it
year.
up,
So
yeah, nobody's gonna fucking understand why we were complaining. But really, like, we're trying to do this show now with about 50% of headlines.
try it again, Blaine.
Perfect.
So
I
what
don't
we
know
got
what's
is
the problem.
Moon, lander, over.
With the
I
black
think we know
shield
what
down, I can't even see. How am I supposed
right.
to fight?
That's what I thought he said.
Okay, so they landed that thing on the moon and it tipped over
They
landed
on the
it
moon and
sideways.
fell over.
because it was real
Yep.
dusty, like windy on the moon.
That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, gosh.
Is this the one that everybody was excited to watch land from the perspective of the little thing that it would shoot off and then record itself landing, or is this something different?
I think so.
I didn't get a chance to watch it. Did you watch it?
I did
when
not
it
watch
landed?
it.
No.
No, but it was a pretty big deal. I know a lot of people talked about it on
I didn't know NASA
Thursday.
was affiliated with it at all. I thought this was a completely private
So-
venture.
So did we get to see the video? I mean, not on the show necessarily, but did we get to see the video of it tipping over? Like, was it just,
Pull it up.
It got tired and it just decided to lay down.
Just had a lie down. So is NASA involved in this?
Decided to have a bit of a lie down.
I feel like I saw a headline.
I
earlier
didn't think
was
that they were.
critiquing like a NASA.
Hey,
failure.
you know,
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking
the
about?
moon-
This is a private venture.
the moon was massive last night, and to the naked eye, you can't see any of this.
No, yeah, that's because.
Oh, there it is.
Studio, Brian.
I mean, I think
yes,
it's part of like
evidence.
NASA funded part of it. I think.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I think it's part of like this commercial space development program that NASA's been funding. So I think they gave some money to the company to develop this, but I don't think NASA themselves.
So
involved in
NASA was
it.
responsible for the legs that collapsed and the whole thing fell over.
yeah, the headline
Oops.
I saw was saying that it only had like a very short amount of time left to live, and what I garnered from that was that it was because
Correct. Yeah.
it couldn't get power. Like,
So
it wasn't
it is
like
tipped
landing on
over.
Venus where it was designed to last.
Yeah, they were able to get. I think they got it the last few days from even though it's on the side, one of its solar panels could get some sun, but it doesn't sound like it's enough to really keep everything going. So
Honestly, do we know why they're not just sending up like parts and pieces to make kind of a habitat up there?
well, considering that we can't land anything on
Here's
the
to
moon right
you,
now and not have it
Odyssey.
fall over,
Well, didn't we land? We landed a whole like space module on there before.
Yeah, Tom Hanks.
Yeah, but that was like 60 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, that
I mean, we
wasn't
forgot how
us.
to do that, Brian.
Ryan.
Okay.
No, the other one. Ryan Gosling. There we go.
That's when the entire country was dedicated to getting
Matt
something up there.
Damon.
I want to see First Man redone with. Actually, I want to see all Ryan Gosling movies redone with
Yep.
Ryan Reynolds doing the part in, and not even trying to be dramatic at all. Like he's just.
That's
doing
what
it
she
in this, like,
said.
super slapstick, like comedy way. Like I would watch all of those things. And then Ryan Gosling can do the reverse. So I'll get to watch Blade Trinity with Ryan Gosling playing that jackass character.
Oh man, Ryan Reynolds in Barbie. That would just be hilarious.
Random shit.
Yeah, that was random shit. You're right.
Oh, you've got him as a soundboard?
I've got a bunch of him as a soundboard.
Hell yeah.
And after tonight's, I was like, ooh, that had a specific flavor on it that I want to capture for the soundboard. So I'm gonna grab that one for later. So
Gosh.
Some good zing.
oh yeah.
Well, I
what
am
she
going to say
said.
thumbs down for things tipping over.
I'm going to do one thumb slightly sideways. I get a 45.
Bazinga!
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up for this is the direction it should have landed in.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up for space.
Ah, shit. That's my bit. You can have it. I had
Thanks.
it long enough.
Well, something that might not
That's
be your
what she
bite
said.
is a universal anti-venom for snake bites.
Oh, I like this.
Really?
Like just one
yeah.
anti-venom for all snakes?
That's what they're talking about.
I
Yeah.
can't
Why?
wait for your insurance company to be like, well, you can't. We're not going to pay for it because you didn't get a pre-authorization. For what? A snake bite? What do you mean a pre-auth?
Why?
Ooh.
Fucking sick. What are they? How are they going to pull it off? mRNA, I'm going to lose my shit.
So apparently they have developed a variety of what they're calling 3-FTX toxins. It is a
I've been
lab
burned by
developed.
FTX once before. I can't do it again.
It is a lab developed anti-venom, so it's not
Hmm.
necessarily derived from
Oh, so it doesn't
snake
even
toxin
require
like most
milking the
antivenoms
snakes?
are.
It's completely
Right.
synthetic. Or I guess I shouldn't
That's-
say synthetic. It doesn't have to be synthetic to be lab done. But
Well, yeah,
but is
correct.
it
You don't-
non-toxic?
is
Yeah,
it
you can eat it.
gluten-free?
Yes.
Great.
Is it gluten-free? That's the next
It
question.
can't have any gluten. What about soy? Is there soy?
It's a lab-created anti-venom. Is it gluten-free?
Here's my question.
You're not
At
gonna
least are your worries, unless you're has
It's
celiac
supposed
disease.
to protect us from all kinds of snakes, right? It'll cure any snake bite, but will it
Yep.
cure any snake bite anywhere?
There's a snake in my boot.
There's literally everything in space, Morty. Now get the back in the car.
Every kind of snake, Silas. Every kind.
Every kind of snake,
Every kind.
everywhere.
Cobra,
So snakes in space.
Carter.
Is this experimental? Is it being released?
What other snakes?
Has
we
it
got?
been like? Has it been
Vipers.
like,
Mamba,
approved by the
Mamba,
FDA
viper.
or whatever?
Trouser?
python, trouser.
It definitely is not to the give it to human stage yet.
Oh.
All they've been able
That's
to do
what
so
she
far
said.
is
No, that's not what she said.
all they've been able to do is give it to a bunch of rats, basically, and it's showing
Oh.
that it should work.
It should
But they
work.
still have a lot more testing to do. It sounds like.
That would be a terrible. That would be.
Well, that's cool. It's alive! That it would help.
That would be
in the
terrible to be
cause.
in the clinical trial for that stuff.
I would hope that you have to get a snake bite. I would hope that it would,
Stick your hand in this cage. No.
I hope that it brings the cost of that type of treatment down because snake bite treatment, like if you have to have venom flown to you and stuff, it's just like the bills are insane. Like people posted them on Reddit before. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they talk about how there is upwards of 100,000 people who die every year from snake bites. So
What?
and up
Really?
to 400,000
And they
worldwide.
tend to only keep
that
like,
get injured.
Like they don't keep like if you get bit by like say something is not native to an area but it's there anyway. Like like you're like a handler and you're like showing it at like I don't know. I'm just making shit up, but like the way I remember reading about
At a
it
kid's
was,
birthday
is, like,
party.
Yeah.
The way you're making a balloon animal out of a real snake. The thing that I remember reading, could be completely incorrect, is that like if you get bit by something that doesn't exist in your area, like it's way worse because that venom may be in like Arizona but not in fucking Minnesota.
Not anymore. Not with the synthetic snake bite venom that saves rats. It's ready right now to save your life, right?
Well,
I
the
think this is
rats
great.
died.
Or you can eat the rat after it's
2 thumbs up.
got
for
the venom.
snakes. I'm only gonna put
Yeah,
one. Thumb
I
up.
give it a
I'm gonna put
thumbs
one
up for
thumbs
this. I think
twice.
it's a great idea. It's nice to see that they're doing something that doesn't require you having to lick the snake to find out what kind of venom it has in it.
Lick.
What?
Wait.
Where have you? Who told you to do that?
God, Silas is not on it.
Bazinga!
Where's the bazinga from?
Big Bang Theory.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does bazinga mean? in
It means
context?
that's when
It's
Sheldon's got you with a funny.
Bazinga!
What does "got you with a funny" mean?
Oh my god!
That's what she said.
I don't watch that show.
Give Matt the venom fixer stuff and see what happens when you don't have any venom in you.
Next, let's go to the next topic.
Well, something that doesn't require venom, though, is DVDs, because they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Some scientists have been able to develop a massive optical disc that can contain 1 petabyte of data.
That's
In a
it.
DVD?
What's the physical size of
The
things?
size of a DVD.
It's the size of a DVD. It can hold a petabyte.
Yep.
We're talking like a CD style thing, or a ceramic platter for like hard drives type of thing.
I'm gonna go with like a CD thing, because it's an optical disc, I think. Yeah.
Okay. What
optical.
are like the read
Wow.
and write rates? Does it say anything about that? That's a fuckload of data on one disc. Jesus Christ.
I don't think they really talk about how much or how fast they can read or write to it, but
Bro,
Uh,
I have worked at companies where their entire storage in S3 would fit on one of those discs.
The disc only costs $400,000.
Is that what it says?
Really?
No, I'm confused. I'm a little confused about this because what I'm hoping is from reading
It's gonna
this.
solve your NAS problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what I'm looking at here is the DVDs. Is it saying that it could write to like it's a different way to write to the DVDs and Blu-rays that already exist? Or is it a new disc itself?
I'm assuming it's a new disc.
Interesting. Okay, it can write,
but it's
up to
probably
100
using similar
layers of
technology.
data. So it uses the same area, but
Now you can get the
different-
entire Warner Brothers
different-
collection on one DVD.
different volume to write.
Every movie we've ever made.
What
Later
One
in the
DVD.
article, it talks about they had to develop a new material which was able to be written to, I guess.
That's 125,000 gigabytes on a single DVD-sized disc. That's what experts refer to as a big boy.
That's what she said.
Do they
big
like
boy.
lean in close to it? Say, who's a big boy? You're a big boy.
I don't have that one on the
Here's
board
a good
here.
That's
equivalency
crazy. I'm
for
gonna
you.
say thumbs up. That's pretty cool.
If you had a Blu-ray discs and you were able to array them, it would be or stack them up. Basically, it'd be 2 meters high to come up with the same amount of data storage as one of these discs.
Yeah. I mean,
Now,
the
How
entire,
tall is a meter? Exactly.
Man, I don't know, man.
It's like 36 point something inches.
Okay. So how tall is 36 point something inches exactly?
3 feet.
Oh, okay.
3 feet.
So
my
it'd be
entire-
6 foot tall stack of Blu-rays. Got
My
it.
entire Blu-ray collection of nearly 400 movies
Yeah.
doesn't even come close to scratching the storage on this. Like those I have ripped about as uncompressed as you can rip them. Yeah, like that. And they take up about 15 terabytes.
Well,
It's
you
not
can put
even-
them all
it's
on
not
one
even
disc
close.
now.
Petabyte.
Like you would have 985 terabytes to go before this disk was full.
The only problem I see with something like this is like, unless it's a rewritable disk, which only had a certain shelf life anyway, you're like, this is cold storage for us now. The way that we use data is so much different.
If even at what's a tenth of a petabyte? 10 terabytes? Say they can do like 25% of this on something that is roughly affordable, and the drive to do it is not insane. I could buy this, and instead of like looking at stupid ways to try to back up my data, like with tape or whatever, like I could have one of these things and just write it to that and have it be on one disk, and my NAS could be on one disk. I could back it up like twice a year and just put it in my safe deposit box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The question is, how long would that take?
Yeah, I don't know. Do they say anything about read-write speeds? Like how long it takes to read that kind of density?
No, they don't really talk about that at all.
And you know
That's
what?
pretty cool.
I'm
You know
assuming
what else
this
they're
is
not going
probably
to talk
like a
about?
one-off
That
disc
this
that
is
they developed.
Yeah.
only for the government.
But yeah, I like it. Thumbs up for coming up with more density on similar sized hardware, I guess.
Yep.
Seems
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Cool. I like
Imagine
that it's a
how
real
much you could probably
big project.
How many discs do you need to download the internet and then just email or mail that out to everybody?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the internet. I think it depends on how you define the internet, but yeah.
One time I asked you to define the internet, and you said,
Yeah, that was in Iceland.
"What do you
and I
mean
had
by
no-
that?"
Exactly. Like, what do you mean by that? Are we talking about only things that you can reach from your web browser right now? Or are we talking about everything that is like?
"What is the internet?" I asked Matt, and he said, "What do you mean?
You
What
didn't
is the
ask
internet?"
Matt.
And I said,
Katie
"How
asked
does it work?" And he said, "What do you mean? How does it work?" And then I got a beer, and that was the end of the conversation. I still don't know. I don't understand it.
We were in a car in Iceland when this happened, and Katie was
Yeah.
super mad at me because I couldn't explain the internet to her.
She did get very upset. Why can't you
Well,
understand? Why
something
can't you
else that I
explain it,
can't-
Matt? Well, because it's not a one sentence explanation.
It's like it's not exactly like this, but I watched Richard Feynman. I don't know how to say his name. Somebody asked him a question one time. They're like, "Can you like dumb down the answer and like say what it's like?" And his answer is like essentially no. And then he explains why. He's like, because like the explanation like doesn't make sense. Like I can like try, but none of it exactly conveys like the actual reality of the situation. That's not true of the internet, but the specific physics thing was. Anyway, I don't know. I'm not a teacher. Go find a teacher.
Well, something else that I can't necessarily explain is why all of our stores have started adding self-checkout kiosks to their checkout counters. So, but
I know
rumor
why.
has it it's not working out so well.
Yeah, I know.
and
They've been
it
talking.
might be
Last I
ending.
heard, Hy-Vee's going to rip them out.
I mean,
You know
I go to
why?
buy
That's
Hy-Vee,
sad.
and
Well, that's
there's
sad
only-
because I
out of like all of the ones that we have installed, there's like probably a dozen of them. Only 2 of them they have open.
Mm.
And they literally took out like all of the other people stations, and now we only have 2 people stations, 2 self-checkouts. It takes
It's
forever to check
maddening.
out at our
I
Hy-Vee
have
now.
been to Target and Hy-Vee more times than I can count, where the self-checkout is backed up, and there is one non-self-checkout register open.
Yep.
That's
It's
a-
purely
I,
how many employees do you have, kind of thing. They
you know, at
don't
some
go
point in
staff
time-
them.
yeah, at some point in time, I'm just going to get a job as a checker, and I have my resume updated with the years of training that I've had self-checking. I know how to
I
do.
would totally do that.
I've worked for
That's
Target,
a great idea.
Walmart,
I mean,
Hy-Vee,
Very
Price Chopper. My resume is miles long of self-checking. I know exactly.
I mean,
what's-
honestly, you're probably better qualified than the people who do the actual checkouts because, like,
I
almost
also
prefer to go through
bag my own
self-checkout because
groceries.
The people who bag in the regular checkouts are horrible about it. I'm like, you just put like one thing in each bag and said that was good enough.
and also, I know how to
Like, I don't need to walk
supervise.
out of here with 50 bags.
I know how to supervise 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 self checkouts. You just walk over to somebody and make them feel like an idiot and tap the screen and then walk away without saying anything. I mean, I've been trained for
About
years.
not going through self checkout is not having to hear, "Have you used your Hy-Vee Perks self reward program?" or whatever the fuck it yells at you. Did you know that you can set the volume on those machines?
No,
And
how
they
do you
set
do
it
that?
for
There's
yelling.
there's a little volume slider. I click it every time now and drag it back.
Amazing. So
That's
why is
awesome.
this going away?
Yeah,
Is it
that's what
because
I want to
people
know.
weren't? Is it because people are stealing?
Lannister always
Generally,
pays his
that is the
debts.
answer. Yes,
Is that theft went up? I mean,
pretty much. I mean,
that means if they're looking at not doing it anymore, that means that it went up more than it saved them, or else they wouldn't care. You don't care if it still saves you money. Like if theft goes up, but you still save money, you don't care that much.
Right.
Lannister
Is that what they're
always
saying, though?
Lannister always pays his debts.
God damn it.
Is that what they're saying though? Is that theft?
yes, they say the biggest problem is in fact theft. So they are,
All right.
not necessarily getting rid of them entirely, but they're maybe not going to push them as the primary method of checkout. Like Matt said, if you've got like a dozen self checkouts and then one person, it sounds like they're going to most stores are going to go back to kind of having more actual people checking you out because
I can tell you. How
I
this
think
is
the
gonna
thing
go.
is people may be stealing whether they intentionally do it or not.
We're gonna have
but
the
Yeah.
same amount of regular checkout aisles open, and they will just not staff the rest of them. Like it's just gonna be a more painful experience for everyone.
Well, if you
Probably.
have less self checks and the line is longer, people might go. I mean, I go to whatever is the quickest. If there's an open checker, I might go to that first. So,
Bazinga!
I mean, the thing is that like at
Interesting.
the grocery store, I hate about self checkouts is it's like I've got a cart full of shit. Like I don't want to be sitting here fighting with the machine over like the 100 items whatever it is that I have to check out with. Like, and then I have to type in all my produce stuff, and I'm like, I just want to go to a person and have them take care of it.
Yeah, if there's a lot of produce, I'll do that too. But
I think
Yeah.
there's certain scenarios where like it is quicker. Like if I come in and grab like 3 items, it's faster for
sure.
me to do self checkout. Like
Sure.
my preference would be to do nothing. Like I want it to be. I want everywhere to be. I just walk in, take what I want off the shelf, and it charges my card, whatever I fucking owe. But like that technology exists, but it's not like prevalent. So then I was super anti self checkout when they first started coming out, however many years ago, and I resisted using them for a really long time. But I do think they have their place. Like keep like one row of them for the people that are coming through with like a few items. The signs at Hy-Vee now say you can't take more than like 10 items through the self checkout. What the fuck? Like, so now I gotta go line up in that huge ass line over there for the one like register that's open with a person scanning. Like, we've come
The one
full
I
circle.
hate
This is
at
the
Walmart's. At Walmart's, I hate that they've started checking your receipt when you leave, like you're going through Costco.
I thought
Like
they've
I paid to
always
be
done
here.
that. I recall
No.
going to Walmart with my mom
I hate it.
growing up, and they would check your receipt.
Oh, I know. It just here they
Where did
tried
it
to start
do
doing
this?
it. I don't like it at
think
all.
you have to let them, but they reserve the right to tell you to never come back to the premises. after that.
that's if they
I've
can.
just said, no,
That's if
thank
they
you.
can identify me. After I
got
change
really
all my
fucking annoyed coming out of
after I
Casey's
change
the
all
other
my
day.
my outfits. I have so many outfits and wigs. They never stop me. They never
Yeah,
even
and
stop me
face
from getting
swapping too. You can do that face swapping thing like they did on Face
take my
Off,
face
and just give it to another
off.
person. Yeah,
I
and give it to another
ordered
person.
the other day for Eddie's birthday party. Or no, this was pre that. We were going to hang out with my dad and like some family was in town. So we ordered pizzas for everyone. It was over $100 worth of Casey's pizza, and I think it was 8 pizzas. And when I paid for it online, it said the quantity is so much that you cannot pay for it in store. You have to pay online. I was like, okay, no problem. So I did. And then when I went to pick it up, they handed me my 8 pizzas, and I started to walk out the door. My hands are full, right? Like I'm carrying 8 pizzas. I'm walking out the door, and the cashier's like, "Hey, we got to check that receipt." And I was like, "No, you don't. I already paid for it." He's like, "We got to check it anyway. They didn't give you a purple thing back there." I'm like, "Well, one, I don't know any goddamn thing about a purple thing, and two, you should be able
That's
to
what
visually
she said.
tell by the quantity that I have enough to have paid online. Like, I literally could be doing this no other way. There's
makes
no
no
way I
sense.
could have gotten those pizzas having not paid for them because I was required to pay for them. I guess I could have done multiple orders. Like, I could have done like 3 orders.
Yeah,
That
I
doesn't
don't like
make any
it.
sense. Like, what happens if you walked into the store and was like, "I want 8 pizzas"? Like, are they going to be like, "No, you have to place your order online"?
No.
Yep.
That would just be like you're gonna wait for it.
What happened
No,
if you walked up to the store and you pulled on the door and it didn't open?
Get on down to Real Fake Doors. Check this out. Won't open. Won't open.
Yeah,
That's a pretty good bit.
I was just annoyed that I had to find somewhere to sit 8 pizzas for this guy to like interrogate me.
I always just say,
That's stupid.
if I'm leaving, if I don't have the receipt out in my hand, holding it up in the air because it irritates me so much, I say, "Oh no, thank you," and just keep going.
I mean, what are they gonna do? Hold me? Like, I could have just kept walking to my truck and like, if you really want to press the issue, call the police. Like, I have a receipt in my pocket. I am not obligated to show it to you.
Yeah, I went through your dumb checkout too, and that person down there and I are not in cahoots. I don't even know them, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Matt doesn't have to show the receipt because
Lannister always pays his debts.
Lannister always pays. That was a pretty good one.
It's not even my last name.
No, I'm going to give it a thumbs up to bringing
Matt
back
Lannister.
more in-person checkers. So
I'm gonna say I agree.
I'm all up for
Can you
Thumbs-
imagine
thumbs
in
up.
fucking Game of Thrones, you've got like Tyrion and why can't I remember the names of the rest? I guess Jaime's a pretty tame name. And
Yeah.
Cersei and Tywin, and then you just in the corner have Matt Lannister. That's Matt.
Cannon fodder, man. I think they
Is
just
it Matt?
throw you out.
No, it's Matt.
What's
It's
do?
Matt.
Just Matt.
He's just kind of a
Yeah.
douche. Matt Lannister.
He doesn't make he makes knives. He doesn't even make swords. He just makes these little tiny knives that we use.
It is kind of weird that it's Jaime, and the rest of them have very interesting names. Although, is Jaime spelled awkwardly?
Yeah,
With Y's. All only Y's.
J-A-M-M-Y-Y-Y-I-E.
Jamie.
The Y's are silent.
It's like Jaymee or Jayme. Like, hey, yo, Jamie. Like, hit me with a J.
Jamie.
Well, Lannister is spelled with 2 K's in that movie, so whatever you want to do.
It's like, the K is silent, both of them. Who were was it you I was talking with, Silas, about Django? When the scene where he
But we were talking about it last week on
is
CouncilCast.
that was us
Yeah.
last week on CouncilCast. Okay. Never mind. Next.
Well, something you don't need to pay a debt for is knowing when to point towards the center of our galaxy, because there is now an app that will help you do that.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't understand your segues.
That's
That's what
perfectly
she
normal.
said.
Okay,
So
I know how to
now-
pound. I know how to point to the center of the galaxy.
Oh, wow. That might not be right, Brian. So I can download an app now that just points me to the center of, like, it just shows me, and it might be.
What's the
through
app?
Earth. Could be through the Earth.
What's the app called?
It's not a tumor.
Galactic
it's not
Compass.
A tumor. Galactic.
You can download the app. It just has an arrow that points
Is this a
directly towards the
picture
center of our galaxy.
Galactic.
Bro, how did I get this
Uni-
photo?
Is
This is
this-
like the Reddit thread all over again.
You spell galactic.
Amazing.
With the
It's
blast
not an
shield
app.
down, I can't even see. How am I supposed to fight?
This
I
is
can't find the app
least
anywhere.
Satisfying. I guess
can't-
this falls very much under I don't know what I expected.
I
Because
can't find
this
the
is
app.
Exactly what it claims to be.
It's only on the Google Play Store.
Oh, it's not an Apple thing.
I have no
Oh.
idea. I'm just
It'll
saying
probably
that.
be a feature in the next iOS, and they'll be like,
Brother.
pushing it as like this thing.
Okay, so it does point different directions, but it's
No,
just
the galactic compass is on the iPhone. That's what it's called, galactic compass.
Why are they have that over the top of the other image? This is a weird image. Like,
Galactic compass.
How'd they take that photo though?
galactic compass.
The phone's right there. How'd they get that one?
Oh, there it is.
Should we try it right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
It should be
I'm doing
roughly
it.
the same for all of us, right?
It's pointing straight up.
It's straight up.
Allow
One
while
green,
using
one green up arrow for space.
26,000 light years.
Bro, it's pointing down.
And
Holy shit.
there.
It should be roughly the same for all of us, right?
It's down. Wait, let me turn this over.
Yeah, it's down there.
Nope, it's still down.
That's
It's
the
not
center of the
stupid.
universe.
You can't fool it. Not the universe.
No matter how I turn my
There is
phone,
no
the center of the
center.
universe doesn't move.
That's part of the crazy thing about the universe is there is no center.
It's not exactly down. Yeah, it's straight down.
I'm gonna make an app that points to the center of the universe, and it's just gonna be an app that says no.
The center of the universe is all the way through hell and China. This is ridiculous.
Arrow back at you. It's just yeah.
I like it that it says how far away it is. 26,000 light years. How far away is it for you, Silas?
26,000 light years, give or take.
Blaine, did you download the app? How far away is the center of the universe from you?
I'm gonna go with 26,000 light years.
26,000 light years.
Even though we don't live anywhere near each other, we're all 26,000 light years away from the. Doesn't that make you just feel connected somehow?
It really, really does, Brian.
Bazinga!
Oh,
Okay.
there you go. Thumbs
was-
up for being able to
that's
know where the
pretty-
center of the galaxy is.
That's probably one of the best.
I give it a thumbs up. This is probably the best use of taxpayer dollars I've ever seen.
Can I pay?
And this isn't
small
even in the
amounts of
science and
money?
technology part. That's the part I don't get, Blaine.
I want to pay small amounts of money to change the color of the arrow.
I like green. Green is a good color for the center of the universe.
Debug.
It's a calming
There's a
color.
debug mode. What can you do?
I'm gonna show everyone tomorrow.
Change which constellation
You
you're
can
in?
debug it.
Huh.
I don't know.
I mean,
I can
here's the
device
thing.
latitude, longitude.
No. My favorite part about this is it gives you all those stats and shit. It doesn't need to do anything other than point towards the center. like it doesn't. I'm sure. I would bet you that calculation. Well, maybe not necessarily, but that calculation where it says how many light years are to the center is probably just a static string that says 26,000 light years.
This is my
Now, I've
favorite
got it-
website. Is it
I've got it-
Christmas.com?
Is it what?
Is it Christmas.com?
Yeah, I like single page sites like that.
I've got an app. I've got an app called
We made
Geo.
one when Hoiberg was getting courted.
I've got an app called Geo Midpoint. I'm wondering if I could put Earth and the center of the universe
It's
and
pronounced
find out where
Earth.
it is. Earth and the center of the universe. I wonder what
It's
the
not
I wonder what the
universe.
middle of it is. Where's 13,000 light years at?
But
I mean, what
between us and the
what
center.
star or planet or whatever is 13,000 light years? What's if we wanted to meet someone from the center of the universe and us?
You're like suggesting a place halfway,
Mystery.
so we both only have to drive 13 light years.
Yes.
13.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Yeah.
I think that place is the restaurant at the end of the universe, Brian.
I tried doing it. I put Earth down and it did not let me do that. So Earth, Texas. I suppose I could put that.
This is a cursed topic. Next topic. One arrow
Well,
way up.
So, something that doesn't need an arrow to
Yes.
help tell you what to do is we've all tried plant-based meat before, right?
Oh.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, I think
I
I
don't
have.
know. If you have, maybe you have, maybe you haven't.
I had a turkey
well,
burger
you-
one time.
Yeah, or a black
Turkeys
bean
are
burger.
As close
Yeah.
to plants as I'm willing to get. That sounds like something Ron Swanson would
Yeah,
say.
I think it
Well, South
You might as well be
Koreans have
eating
now come up
vegetables.
with a meat-based plant. So if you want to have meat-based plants that taste like meat, you can now do that.
Yes, thank you.
Ron Swanson would say something like, "I don't need anything that can voluntarily leave the ground." Anyway.
Yeah,
again,
this-
plant-based what now?
Some South Korean researchers have developed a hybrid rice variant that literally is filled with beef. They apparently have grown this lab rice
Literally filled
and
with
infused it
beef?
with cow
What does that
muscle
mean?
and fat cells.
But then it's like, are they synthetic? Like they're growing it from the ground and it is coming out meat.
Well, it's got meat
yeah.
properties.
It has meat properties.
A
Is
cheaper
is
and more
meaty enough
sustainable
that they're-
source of
that
protein is what
trying
they're
to
going
figure out how
for.
to fit it into Korean barbecue already?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm sure they are.
Get
Korean
you some-
beef
get you
barbecue.
some bulgogi something.
You just
Bulgogi
the rice
meat
is the
substitute
beef.
has a nice ring to it. I
Do you
don't know how
think
to
that
say
they
word.
ever
I'll
said
probably say
when
it
they
wrong.
they figured this out, they were like, "We've got the beef."
We've got Arby's. We've got
This
the
is actually pretty
rice.
fascinating. So it says here, they
That's right.
achieved this culinary delight by first coating each grain of rice in fish gelatin to help the meat cells latch on. Next, they inserted cow muscle and fat stem cells into each grain, which are then left to culture in a petri dish. Rice grains features a
they're not-
porous yet organized internal structure that actually mimics the biological scaffolds found in meat cells. So the rice
Okay.
grains offer a housing that allows the cells to grow and thrive along the molecules to provide nourishment.
So they're not.
Goodness, that's a
they're
lot.
not growing and harvesting meat.
I have a hard time growing plants that
They're
somebody
not
else has
growing
already
meat,
started for
no.
us.
They're turning it into using the
They're-
rice as a
Yeah.
medium
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
or a
complicated.
substrate or whatever the correct.
It's basically
terminology is.
simulate. I mean, the way I look at it is it's simulating meat by replicating the structure.
Meat
So you get,
simulator.
like the
Yeah.
the proteins and
I
stuff
think I've
on
said
it,
this
but it's not.
before on
meat.
this podcast, or whatever the fuck it is we're doing here. Every time I've had the meat-based substitutes, I haven't had any recently, and I haven't had any by going to like BK and being like, "Give me the Impossible Whopper." Have you had one of those?
I've not had an Impossible Burger now.
The stuff I've had, I made at home, and my reaction to it was, if I didn't know beforehand, I would be like, there's just something slightly odd about the thing I ate, but I don't think I would have questioned whether it was meat.
Yeah, I would agree.
So it'd be like eating Taco Bell beef.
No, Taco Bell's amazing. I don't know why people.
I mean,
Why is that not real beef?
Taco Bell's fantastic. Get off your fucking high horse.
I mean, I'm not knocking Taco Bell. I mean, it's awesome. It's just you don't
Well,
question.
you better
what the
not. They're
meat
one
is
of our
made out
sponsors.
Oh yeah, no. I
mean,
as far
they
as like it was
paid
it
us
was
any
just
money or
like,
anything.
It felt like, it was almost like because I knew I was looking like I was being extra critical.
One of our sponsors.
Like I wouldn't have
Kill
described
me.
it as a fantastic burger, but it wasn't like if I had had it at like a restaurant and it had everything.
Would you
on
have
it,
described it as an incredible burger, though?
an Impossible Burger? I need to try. I need to get
Impossible Burger?
one, or what I need to do is somebody to substitute. Like, give me an Impossible Whopper when I said give me a regular Whopper.
And just don't tell you.
Yeah. Or give it to us like, blind, or like actually do like a thing side by side, like just sitting on
Yeah.
the plate.
So say you do them at the same time. That'd be interesting.
Maybe I'll do that when Katie's gone. Just go give me 2 Whoppers.
There you go.
I don't know how I'm gonna shuffle it up for myself though. I can't trust the cats to arrange anything.
Just have the kid do it. Just have him
Gonna
mix
be
it up
here.
for you.
Have the kid do it. Have the kid do it.
Well, this is
I
interesting.
mean, the kids,
I'm
kids are like
all
the best.
for- Kids are the best. What?
Oh,
Well, you know,
the kids are like the
whatever.
best random number generator. If you
Mhm.
can't decide between two things, we do this all the time, and we're just like, I don't know, where do you want to go? I want to go to, I don't know, Arby's, and I want to go to Taco Bell or something. And it's like, oh, let's just ask the kid, what do you want to do? Whatever they say, we go with. Like,
Yeah,
don't even
but
have to
like
think
if you
about
give
it.
them 2 choices, they're just as likely to be a wild card and throw a third choice in there that you didn't.
That's fine.
say.
Then we'll go to the
Yeah.
third choice.
Yeah,
That's
at least
okay.
at least a decision is made, and you guys can go eat instead of argue.
Exactly. And then if we don't like it, we can blame it on the kid,
The
and they
thing
don't care.
Katie and
There
I
you go.
always do. We did this tonight. She hadn't eaten dinner, and I hadn't eaten dinner. I hadn't eaten dinner and went to bed and everything because she was at a meeting. She came back and she's like, "Well, you haven't eaten." I said, "No." I was like, "You didn't eat either, right?" She said, "No." I said, "Well, okay." I mean, it's like an hour before CouncilCast starts. So I haven't even really thought about dinner. Do you want something? She's like, yeah, just let me know wherever you're going. Like, it's always on me. Like it's not completely fair. Like, she's in charge of dinner, like most nights, like if it's being made, but like when we're going to get it from somewhere, it oftentimes falls to me. But she never has any input a lot of the time. So
She would if you pick some really, really bad stuff.
I know. That's what I've tried the thing before where it's like, I don't know. It's a surprise.
Where did you get that at? From the dumpster behind Taco Bell?
I prefer to get all of my meals from the dumpster behind Bebop's. Those fries are cold now, but I have a microwave at home.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like anything like this that is like trying to provide an alternative to what we currently do for meat. Like I'm not above eating, animals like I do it all the time, right? But like
Really?
I do. I also understand that it is a non-zero.
There's a non-zero chance.
No, it is a it's I wouldn't even say significant, but like because I was reading a thing earlier on Threads, like people make like animal like farm like livestock stuff out to be like a huge emissions like thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they release gases
they
do
release gases. Yeah, lots of gases.
But
Got it.
It's not near
as much as hogs, like the methane gas that is released. There you go.
All right, I'm done talking.
No, it's
I give it a thumbs up for trying something different here.
I like rice.
I say
imagine
thumbs
disliking
down.
Meat rice.
Meat rice sounds terrible.
I love the idea of meat rice because it's not going to allow us to have all those emissions.
Yeah.
Whoa. Well, with that, we're going to move on to our billionaire pitches for the week. Anybody want to start us off?
I have one.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I would like for NASA and all the people that cooperate on trying to land things on the moon make the next spacecraft out of kind of a round bouncy ball thing so they can just bounce along until it stops, and then it's not upside down and right side up. It's just on the surface of the moon.
I like this toy space technology. Like
Boing.
Somebody needs to partner with Mattel.
It feels like a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse episode.
Yeah, I like the idea of the bouncy ball thing. I also want to figure out how to incorporate one of those things you turn inside out. Like it's the new launch system. You turn it inside out and it uses the potential energy of the
like a popper.
Yeah, and it's like but it's like the industrial sized version of that to send stuff to space. Eat your heart out, rotation space.
It's gotta be
fuck that
reusable rockets because they're bouncy balls.
What's the name of it?
It's got to be some way.
I don't know.
It's got to be some way that once it's landed, that they can turn it the way they want it to turn. But
like,
why does it have to have legs? Why can't it just be a
We're gonna
ball?
start a pop launch.
Pop.
I like it. Pop launch.
Yeah, I like this idea. Thumbs up for
Hell
pop
yeah,
launch.
Brian. I'm just glad this wasn't virtual.
Pop launch.
something. I'm tired of virtual shit.
Oh my goodness.
I'm glad it wasn't virtual landing on the moon.
Yeah, that's
virtual landing on the moon.
they did that back in the '60s, and we're just not doing it again. We're trying to actually land something on there now.
I've got a pitch.
All right, yeah, I like the
All right,
bouncy
let's
ball
hear
idea.
it.
It's a good one. All
Okay,
right.
I got it. Here it is. I drummed up a little trailer for it to a little commercial.
Get on down to Real Fake Doors. Check this out. Won't open. Won't open.
No, but for real, I want like smart clothing. Sometimes I get like I want to track health and fitness stuff, but sometimes like wearing the watch isn't convenient or isn't or is uncomfortable.
But you're never not wearing underpants, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel
Well,
you here.
90 99% of the time I'm wearing underpants. Got
No,
my
I
britches.
needed
Somebody's
those- I needed
underpants.
those times too. That's the times I need to know my heart rate.
So I want to I want a whole line of clothing that just that it's like it's just as affordable as anything else, any other clothing out there, but it has sensors that sync with my
Are you
smartwatch
taking
to
name
track healthness.
suggestions?
How is it going to work if you just want to run around naked?
Well, you don't
Well,
have any
if you're
sensors.
running around naked, you're not wearing a health tracker anyway. But maybe they have a ring. If you just want to leave your ring on, or
There
maybe
you go.
just a
I knew
necklace
that
or
was
something.
Ooh,
Earrings.
a ring is a really good idea.
They have rings. They have clothing, but like I want a whole ecosystem, so that I don't have to just like
Yeah, but
be
you,
stuck.
You start with one thing and then you build it up into the ecosystem.
Yeah.
And then, like you got to get the first product's a hook, and once they're in, and then you've got your.
I want it to
you've got
be
your app
underwear
store.
first.
Yeah, I mean I'd call them smart britches.
Smart
Smarty
britches.
pants. Smarty pants. It's
Smarty pants.
They're smarty pants.
That's really
I
good.
had to get it out before anybody else said it.
Smarty pants.
Perfect.
Oh my god!
Perfect.
Make a smart underpants clothing line and call them Smarty Pants. There has to be an underwear line called Smarty Pants already, right? Or some sort of slacks, or maybe perhaps a chino.
Underwear.
Yes, there's Smarty Pants Clothing Company.
Fuck.
But the candy.
Well,
factory,
Googling it was a whole lot easier than just creating the product and trying to sell it
I have
online and finding
never
out late.
once
Oh,
come up with
shoot.
anything original.
Yeah, but our product is different.
The what now?
It is definitely different than what
the
this
Candy
is.
Factory.
The candy
It's
factory
spelled
sells the
C-A-N-D-I?
Smarty Pants, and it's just one pair of underwear with some math on it,
Yeah.
and then some not math.
What's that math do?
Nothing.
Infinity.
Why is it only in the middle?
I don't know.
Because this is
Okay, so
where
you got infinity. What's lambda equals 2 d? What is that? It's not delta. Is it sine theta? The fuck?
I mean, that almost looks like, I don't know,
Huh?
I'm
That's
not
a
sure what that's gonna
weird
happen.
pair of pants.
yeah.
Hmm.
If you're going to wear underwear, wear ours.
If
If.
it's $27 for this pair of Smarty Pants,
Today's sponsor is the Candy Factory.
I can't handle that it's spelled C-A-N-D-I. Like it's
Well, they couldn't get the candyfactory.com with a Y, so they just
somebody on that domain selling legitimate candies.
legitimate candies.
Or did John Candy own that domain?
John Candy owned the Candy Factory.
All right, my pitch. I've thumbs up on your smart clothing. I want to
thank
see an
you.
option for nudists though. So
It's like a patch.
Yeah, it's like a nicotine patch, but with a smart sensor in it.
all right,
Oh
perfect.
my gosh.
I'm all on board now. My pitch is I want somebody to come up with a device that can scan your animal, cat, dog, cow, chicken, I don't know, anything you want, and it tells you the specific breed of animal it is. And
Bro, they have this.
And
What the fuck
Not
are you
a hot
talking
dog.
about? I keep going, but so far they have this. All right.
I'm aware.
There's got to be more to this, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It probably does something like, oh yeah, there is more to this. So it's you can use it to scan your cats. I'm going to call it the cat scanner because it also is a portable cat scanner for you at your house.
No.
nice.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, I just took a photo of my cat the other day.
Thumbs up.
and it
I
told
want a
me-
2
it
for
told me
1
what brand it was.
pet
I
scanner
love it.
/cat scanner /cat scanner.
I like the best part of this pitch is the name. I felt like you started with the name and built the rest of the pitch around that.
It actually originally became we were gonna do exactly what you just described, to scan one of the cats at home, and I was like, oh, this should be a pitch, and then Beth's like, oh no, there's already an app for it. I'm like, well, I'm still gonna make it a pitch anyway.
It's not on iPhone. It's literally built into the native Photos app. Like if you take a photo.
Oh really?
The first time I ever encountered it, I took like kind of an artsy photo of some bees out on flowers out in front of our house. And I saw a little icon I'd never seen before. It was like this weird glistening icon. I clicked it. And it was like, that's a carpenter bee. And I was like, holy fucking shit, it is a carpenter bee. I didn't know they had that feature.
Built into the iPhone?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, do you not know this? Let me pull up a photo of my cat. I took this photo the other day, right? See the photo? Kitty?
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little icon right here. See the information icon? It's got a little star on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I click that star, it pops it up, and you can see it might not be in focus, but the first little line item is look up Siamese cat.
Ooh.
And then if you click it, it brings you to like results of Siamese cats.
Huh.
Take a picture of yourself and see what it says, Matt.
Okay, hold on. Let me try. I'm gonna do this in the name of science for Brian. All right. Let me do the camera app. Okay, let me flip it to selfie mode. Take a selfie. All right. Okay, now if I open it up, okay, it gives me a little information icon thing. I click that. And the first line item is look up asshole. This thing's bang on. Dead money.
Made
What are those?
$1 million because I bet myself you would say that.
What do you think those are?
Is it giving you the option to find out?
It is mammals.
Okay, so it's not perfect.
They're monkeys of some kind.
To be fair, it is correct.
It is correct. It's not wrong. I had another picture from the zoo, and it was
like,
it was a tiger.
Look up animal. Okay.
And it was like, look up tiger. And I was like, could you be more specific though?
I mean, it worked really well with the carpenter bee.
Let's see here. Maybe if I have a better.
Did I say carpenter bee earlier? I feel like I might have said.
Yeah,
carpenter
you did.
Okay. I took a picture of a bee, and it was like, look up carpenter, and I was like, I didn't know that.
Flamingo.
Huh.
Yeah. Are these
outline.
photos you took?
Yeah, just from the zoo.
Photos.
I don't know.
I wonder what other photos it's done this on for me. I always forget that that's a feature.
Well, with that, we're gonna call this council meeting adjourned.
Does Matt have a pitch?
I put his down as the popper launcher.
Oh, perfect.
What the fuck? You're choosing pitches for me?
What? Do you have a pitch?
No, but I like that one. That was pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for listening as we do record this podcast live Tuesday nights on YouTube. If you liked what you saw and for some reason want to check out all of our past episodes, you can go to councilcast.org or find the audio files on iTunes or your favorite podcaster. Smash that like button, and if you have a topic you'd like to get the council's opinion on, you can email us at idontcare@councilcast.org.
If you have any money you want to send us, you can send it to idontcare@councilcast.org.
Awesome, thank you. Appreciate it. That was $5.
Bye. Goodbye.
Gosh.
All right.